Hello guys, welcome back to another video in our channel and welcome to our video today. And there's a lot to talk about, and the main thing that we're going to talk about is the Club World Cup. We are going to do a preview, and I really appreciate your feedback. I'm really getting a lot of feedback. Hello Isaac, it's nice to see you on the comment section. So it's good to get a lot of feedback from you guys, and I really appreciate it. Yesterday, I wanted to go live. I had some technical issues. I had a recording, and it also had some technical issues. So I owed you a live stream, and I have to do it. And I also have another live stream tomorrow. And I'm looking to do more and more live stream, probably even doing it every single day. And what we're going to talk about today is the Club World Cup. And we are going to talk about the squad that Chelsea has carried, what is Maresca's aim about, what has Maresca said about the Club World Cup, which players have been left out of the Club World Cup, and what is the expectation for Chelsea in the Club World Cup, because we also have our own expectation when it comes to the Club World Cup. And let me just start by thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nkosi. I really appreciate your comments, and I'm looking forward to do more videos. I also have a video that is going to pop up probably today or early tomorrow, and that video is Maresca considering moving into a two-striker system? I did analyze the video about Pep Guardiola. If you've not watched it, kindly go to our channel, go to the videos that were produced and see, because we know that Maresca has learned a lot and even talked about Pep in his preview. So it's good to at least go and watch and hear what Maresca had to say about his interaction with Pep. And is Pep moving towards a two-striker system? Can that influence Maresca to play Nicholas Jackson and Delap? Can that influence Chelsea to even move to a 4-4-2 diamond next season? I'm going to do an in-depth tactical analysis on that. But today, my main point of focus is the Club World Cup, and that is what I want to focus on. And the Club World Cup is a prestigious competition. It's a prestigious competition that gives Chelsea the opportunity to have another trophy, to actually push Chelsea to the other level. It can even make Chelsea to be the club that has won almost all competitions they have participated in. But there are some big teams in the Club World Cup. I'm going to preview the teams. I'm going to preview the match that Chelsea are going to do. And I have a friend who is from Brazil, and we will preview with him the Brazilian games, because he knows the Brazilian league better than me. He understands the team. And we are going to use a tactical board and try to look into the tactics, try to analyze the tactics, and find a way to get you the best authentic information with regards to those teams, because our aim here at Talk Football TY is to give you worthwhile content that satisfy your eagerness when it comes to the sport. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the squad. And Chelsea have picked a very unique squad. Robert Sanchez has been picked. Philip Jorgensen has been picked. Mike Penders has been picked, and Slolina has been picked. Now, you notice one thing, that we have gone with the same goalkeepers that we went with last season. Petrovic has been omitted, and the rumors are going that the club wants to sell George Petrovic, which, in my opinion, it's a very heartbreaking situation, because how can we have such a good goalkeeper and we want to sell him? We have failed to sign Mike Maignan, because we failed to pay 4 million. We failed to pay just 4 million. And this is a goalkeeper that we need. And you're not going to get those types of goalkeepers for cheap. Liverpool paid 70 million for Alisson. Manchester City paid 60 odd million for Ederson. Arsenal paid around 40 million, 50 million for David Raya. So if you want to get the best goalkeepers, you're getting a goalkeeper for 20 million. And You're seeing Chelsea not playing the ball, and they are even talking about Chelsea having a pre-contract with him in January. And you never know. Probably by that time, Thibaut Courtois might be injured, and Real Madrid might snoop in. So you never know the dynamics of the transfer window. You cannot say that Chelsea will be in a better position in January to offer Mike Magnan a new contract. Probably Manchester City will do it. Probably other teams will do it. Other better teams who might need a goalkeeper and who might be at a better position than Chelsea. Petrovic asked to be number one, and the club did not appreciate his demand. So I think some things are just pushed by the club to try and vilify the players, and because the players are also bound by contract, they cannot come out and speak out against the club. So some rumors are just pushed by the club, because I have seen Petrovic. Petrovic is a very humble player. So probably he's even coming in saying that he wants to play for Chelsea, and probably he might appreciate to be played maybe as a goalkeeper for the Champions League, while Sanchez plays as a goalkeeper for the Premier League. So I think, Isaac, that's something that is being pushed by the club. And I want to go through the squad. So the goalkeeping situation, the main omission is Petrovic, who has not been taken. To me, it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. I wanted to see Petrovic at least play 1 or 2 games and see him in a Chelsea kit. The next thing that I've also noticed is Philip Jorgensen has been taken in. Slolina is back. And then let's go to the defense. And also, there's a huge story about the defense. Marco Kurela, Tosin Adrabayo, Benoit, Colwill, Mamadou Sarr, Trevor Chalobah, Rhys James, and Gusto. Now, I have not done a video on Sarr, and I think he's a young player. So I think he's a player, one of those players who will be going out on loan. And since he'll be one of those players who will be going out on loan, I don't know how that is going to happen, because he's a center back. I don't have much information about him, but I'll be looking to do a video about him and see what he's going to give Chelsea. Probably, if he's left-footed, then he might be preferred to play down the left, but I don't know. Maresca might now decide have to play Colwill down the left if Cucurella is not available, because as I say, we have an issue with the left back. We don't have a backup left back. Malo Gusto is there, and then we also Josh Achempong is there, and Aaron. Now, the thing about the defense is the omission of Renato Vega, and there was also talk that Renato Vega was disappointed about him being omitted out of the Club World Cup. But I'm asking myself, where does Renato Vega get the audacity to complain about being omitted out of the Club World Cup? Yet he pushed for a loan move in January. He knew very well that we don't have another left back, and Chilwell had departed, and he was one of the left backs that Maresca had trusted. Why did Vega push to leave? Because he was complaining that he has to play center back. But you have to play the position that the manager gives you. Play as a left back. He would have really helped us by easing minutes off Cucurella, and then we wouldn't have to play Cucurella in the Club World Cup. In the Conference League. So I think Renato Vega should not be demanding to be included in the squad, because he's the one who pushed for it. And I think Chelsea now might decide to send him out on loan, or probably, if they get the right amount of money, I think Renato Vega might also see the door. The midfield, we have Fernandez, we have Esugo, we have Andres Santos, we have Dewsbury Hall, Moises Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia. Esugo, again, is a player who was just signed recently and he's going. I really don't know about him, and I don't understand why you have them. They are very young players. Players like Kani Chukwumeka, players like Joao Felix, players like Ogechuku, I don't see them. Yes, Isaac, I will talk about them. I'm actually talking about them because I've already talked about Renato Vega in their defense. I've already talked about George Petrovic. And now, I forgot to talk about another player who's missing in that defense is Axel Disasi, and it's quite clear that Disasi is also out on the door and is more likely to be leaving. So we already have some news about some players who are more likely to leave in this transfer window. So we already have two extra names. Then the midfield, Romeo Lavia good, Caicedo good, Enzo good, Andre Santos good. And this, why I'm saying this is because we don't have to burden our midfield. And Thomas Tuchel said this when he said that Liverpool and Arsenal are in a better position because they're going to have a good preseason and they're not going to have that pressure. Because look at this: Chelsea, Manchester City have been denied a preseason. They are straight up into a competition. And in my opinion, I probably think that Maresca is doing this so that he tries and uses also this as a preseason, because if players play in this Club World Cup after 2 weeks, is there a need for preseason? No, just get back to training, keep your fitness, play some few indoor games, then commence the league. But it can also be used as an early preseason tour. And I'm really sad that we had games like the UEFA Nations League. Cucurella played for over 120 minutes. It's really sad. Whatever football is doing to players, I know people will say that players are earning a lot of money, but this is really sad. How can players just leave from having the league season, then into the internationals, then from the internationals, then you go to play in the Club World Cup, then from the Club World Cup, you just have 2 weeks rest, then you have to prepare for the league. We are going to suffer from fatigue. We are going to suffer from fatigue. And the only way we can cure ourselves from this fatigue is doing something meaningful. Because if the players win the Club World Cup, then they will have the energy to come back into the season and try to win trophies. But if you go there and then you lose, and then you've gone all the way to the final or all the way to the semi-final, it has taken you your energy and your space. It's so unfair. I really find these competitions too much. I did not even understand why players like Palma and Noni were playing in international friendlies after the league. I really don't understand. I really don't understand how that international transfer window works. And then we proceed to the attack. We have Neto, Dilap, Cole Palmer, Madueke, Jackson, Kunku. Wow. Tyrick George and McGew. Christopher Nkunku, despite being told that he's going to be omitted from the squad, has now been included into the squad. Christopher Nkunku. Remember, we had talked about how the club was looking to secure a move for Christopher Nkunku, and it looks like Nkunku will be around because he has actually been selected. And if he has been selected, then probably the club has decided that they're going to retain him and push for the departure of Joao Felix, who is also a notable name who's missing here. Joao Felix is missing here, and we are missing Joao Felix, and we're also missing Kanich Kumeka. And I don't know where Kani was. He went to Borussia Dortmund. He's just left. He has been left out. Was there a distinct number of players that were supposed to be taken? Because Kani is out, Joao Felix is out, and then now we are having Christopher Nkunku. Then it means clearly that Chelsea are more likely to retain Christopher Nkunku next season. And if that is so, then it means that Maresca's system of getting a new striker, he still believes that Nkunku is part of his plans, and he's going to use Nkunku as a number 10. Will that work? I don't know. But if you have a striker like Dilap who presses like hell, then you can have a passenger like Nkunku in the squad. Because I got so tired of Nkunku, especially when we are pressing, especially when you are giving him the ball and he's losing it. Oh my God. I was asking myself, is this the Christopher Nkunku that we used to know playing for RB Leipzig? So his performance was so poor. And now here's the question, because Maresca has talked about him trusting Nicholas Jackson. In my opinion, I think I am done with Jackson. And it's not a bad way. It's not a bad way. It's not that I have anything against Jackson. No. I was done with Jackson after the Newcastle game, because you cannot be given these opportunities and you fail to solidify your number. Pochettino gave you an opportunity. You scored 14 goals. That was a start. That should have made you to learn to know the Premier League. You are given a second season as the only striker. There wasn't any striker competing with Jackson this season. Don't tell me about McGew, because McGew is not at the level to compete with a player like Nicholas Jackson. But Jackson was given an opportunity this season. You just registered 10 goals and less than 5 assists in 38 games of the season, and you've picked more yellow cards than the number of goals you've scored. I really don't know. But Maresca is saying that he has plans for Nicholas Jackson. Those plans, I don't know what those plans are. Another player who's missing is Jadon Sancho, who has departed Chelsea. But again, now we are going into the Club World Cup and we are going few on wingers, because let's just be honest, we don't have enough wingers. We just have Neto and Noni Madueke. Those are the only wingers we have carried. Those are the only out and out wingers we have carried. Palmer is not a winger. Palmer is an attacking midfielder. Nkunku is not a winger. Nkunku is an attacking second striker midfielder. And somebody is saying that Kani's loan is not up yet. The question is, when is Kani Chukwuemeka's loan ending? When is Kani Chukwuemeka's loan ending? You can just answer me in the comment section. When is Kani Chukwuemeka's loan actually ending? I want to know, so that I think Maresca wants to play Jackson as a winger. There's also that. And I think Jackson can play well as a winger, honestly speaking. I want to see that experiment. I want to see that experiment of Jackson as a left winger, because I have seen a video of Jackson actually making runs down the left. But the question is will Jackson hold the width? But if, in my opinion, I think Maresca should try to use Jackson as a winger. I think we need two outlets whenever we are building from the back. We need to have Delap down the center and Jackson down the left wing, so that if the goalkeeper has the ball, he has two options. He can either go long directly to the center forward, or go long directly to the left winger. And then when you have these two players, and then you have a pacey player like Madueke or Neto making runs down the right, then automatically you will ensure that the opposition leave a lot of players behind. If you have Delap, Jackson at left wing, and then probably Madueke or Neto on the right, then you have an easy out ball. When teams try to press you high up, you can easily play the ball over the top to either Jackson or Delap. And this is going to make Chelsea so dangerous that teams are now going to stop pressing Chelsea from the back. And if they stop pressing Chelsea from the back, they allow Chelsea to build systematically. And this is coming. I'm giving you a leakage of the tactical analysis that I'm actually working on, which will be so amazing. And I've done one on Manchester City. Please go and check it. I have done a lot of research, tactical board, tactical clips. It's so beautiful. Just go and see how Pep Guardiola is evolving again, and how Manchester City will be so dynamic next season with a conventional fullback down the left and a dribbler, wide attacking dribbler down the right. So beautiful. Jackson should start on Monday, then Delap as a super sub. Jackson played against England recently, and I don't think that we should risk playing Jackson in that first game. No. I want Delap. So I actually want Delap. The first game of the season. I want him. I want to see what he's got. I want to make my judgments now if he'll cut out for Chelsea. You know, one thing that I have to say about this this Club World Cup is that the Club World Cup is giving us something. It's giving us more of a pre-season. It's giving us an opportunity to look at our signings, assess our signings, and know whether are our signings capable. Are our signings capable to meet the desired objective that we have for them next season? If we see Delap underperforming in the Club World Cup, then automatically we know that we are supposed to be talking with players such as Ekitike and Victor Gyökeres behind the doors. And I was shocked to see that a lot of teams are not going for Victor Gyökeres. I'm asking myself why. Why are a lot of Premier League teams not going for him? Liverpool are not going for him. And yeah, this is really, really shocking. And before we continue, I have to show you something. I think I have to show you something here so exciting. So we also have another team that has uh, uh, actually produced their squad for the Club World Cup. So let me just share this quickly. So So this is Arsenal's 25-man squad that will be watching the Club World Cup. This is Arsenal Football Club's 25-man squad that will be watching the Club World Cup. Saliba, Tierney, Ben White, Partey, Gabriel, Saka, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, Timber, Kivio, Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, Trossard, David Raya, Merino, Havertz, Neto, and Calafiori, as well as Declan Rice. That is Arsenal's 25-man squad that will be watching the Club World Cup. Do you think Caicedo should partner with the Sugo on Monday, or what's your view? I'm going to do a preview on that game tomorrow with the Brazilian, actually. Um, Caicedo, it's really interesting because with the Caicedo situation, I really don't know. We can play him with Enzo. We can even play Lavia with I don't want to throw a Sugo there. I don't know his game. I don't know his game. He has not trained with the squad. He doesn't know how the team plays. I just don't like throwing players into the squad like that. Let them just warm the bench and enjoy the competition. They will learn in training how to play the Chelsea way. So Esugo, that guy is too good. Let's relax. I've always said be very patient with young players. Even if a young player has a potential of similar to that, to being the next Messi, always be patient with young players. Let them understand the system. You might be a good player, but if you don't understand the system that Chelsea plays with, you will be out of the team. You will be in the game, but you will be out of the game because you don't know how the players are relating. So the first game, Caicedo and Fernandes, or you start Caicedo alone in midfield and you invert him together with Romeo Lavia. Chelsea fans are obsessed with the latest new shiny toys. Mike 9, last window, it was Osimhen. The thing about Osimhen is that Osimhen was actually being pushed by Obi Mikel. In my opinion, I looked at Osimhen's work rate and I knew it might be a problem at Chelsea, but he's a good striker. His finishing is similar to that of Jackson. That's something that people don't always say. Osimhen's finishing with his foot is wishy-washy, is similar to Jackson. His aerial ability is way better. Osimhen's aerial ability is way better, but his finishing, I cannot draw much. I cannot blow him out of proportion and say that he's an elite finisher. No. He has a finishing similar to Jackson when it comes to the foot, but heading, is a good player when it comes to actually heading the ball into the back of the net. Esugo is too good, man. Yes, he's a good player, but again, he must understand the system. Fast. He must understand the system fast. And I want to. Okay, there's also something that happened today, and I'll be looking to try and get this. Just before we look into the fixtures. So Chelsea have actually produced their away kit. What's my view about this away kit? It's a good away kit. I usually like the simple away kits. It's beautiful. I cannot deny. It's a good away kit. It's very simple. I think Nike have gone with simplicity this season. I will actually get it. I like it. But we don't have a sponsor. I don't know who we are going to get sponsored with next season, but it's a good shirt. It's a shirt that you can actually go with it somewhere and probably hang out with friends with it. It's a very good kit. agree about Esugo is a good player. Yeah, he's a good player. I've said there is no Chelsea sign good players. Isaac, that one I have no problem with it. He's a good player, but the thing here is he's a good player, but you know there is a way Chelsea play. Chelsea like to play with the positional play. There is a way defenders are supposed to play in Maresca's system. There is a way midfielders are supposed to play. There is a way attacking midfielders are supposed to play. Remember, Fernandes was not playing well in the first half of the season, but he improved towards the end of the season. There's a way you're supposed to move in the box. There's a way you're supposed to push the high line. There's a way you're supposed to defend when you're playing with a defensive line. So, yes, I know he's a good player. I'll be doing a tactical analysis video of him. Tomorrow, I'm aiming to do 3 videos. But him being a good player is fine. But you cannot just take him and throw him into that team. No. You have to give him time to train with them, to understand the patterns of play. But you can always give him that time in the second half to come in that time. But why bring Esugo in and Santos is there? And Santos is a good player. In fact, I want to see Andre Santos. That's the player I want to see. Esugo, we can even give him a loan at Strasbourg and then bring him back to the team. Class, yes, yeah, that shirt is a bit of class. Maignan will be exposed if he thinks that he can get away with that dribbling out of the back nonsense. Keepers in the Premier League no longer dribble out of the back, but okay, it depends, because I've said that Chelsea next season are going to have 2 aerially dominant players high up. We're going to have Delap. This is a video that I'll be doing. It will be dropping tomorrow. We have Delap. We have Nicholas Jackson. So if he's good at playing long range passes, if the pressure is high, he should just go direct. And this is something that I like that I've seen about Enzo Maresca, is that he's actually willing to adapt his system. If the opponents are looking to press Chelsea aggressively, he's willing to go direct. So next season, we'll always have the out ball. We can play the ball in behind for the runs of Neto. We can play the ball down the left for Jackson. We can play the ball up top for Liam Delap. And that gives Chelsea dynamism. So if he comes in at Chelsea, because of the threat of those 3 players, the threat of the front 3, it's more likely that teams are not going to press Chelsea aggressively because they don't want to be caught out in behind. Do you rate Noni Madueke or would you sell? I do rate Noni Madueke. In my opinion, I actually rate him above Neto. That's just my opinion. I rate him above Neto. Sometimes I think Neto runs faster than he thinks with the ball. But Noni is that player who's willing to enter the box. And because he's willing to enter the box, he's willing to create something inside the box. So with Noni Madueke, you are more likely to get a player who will drive into the box, take on a fullback, and actually find himself inside the box. He's that player who will be inside the box. Neto will cut in, then move, and then look to cross towards the far post. But Noni will cut in and look to attempt a shot. So I like Noni Madueke, by the way. I like him. He still needs 2 more seasons. He'll be a good winger under Maresca. I have no doubt about that. One thing I dislike about Noni Madueke is complacency. And I've said this on my video. Sometimes he loses the ball, then he looks like he is annoyed. He wants to cry. He thinks somebody is going to come and lift him up. He's expecting the referee to hand over the yellow card. I hate that attitude. Sometimes the ball is passed to him. Instead of running to get to the ball, he runs slowly. Then the ball goes outside. Then he starts to blame the person who has given him the pass. Those are just some few attributes about Noni's game that I don't like. That I can actually shout at him if I'm watching the game. What time will you be live tomorrow, bro? I'm looking. I will be talking with my co-host tomorrow, and once I have already talked to him and we have agreed, I will, because we are coming from different time zones. Then once I have agreed, I will just set it up, and then we are going to go with him. And then we are also going to go tactically with him. And he has some clips. We have the tactical board, and he's just going to tactically analyze the first game and the Brazilian teams in the competition. Yeah, so Madueke, not for sale. The guy is developing positively. Hope you saw in his game again. Yeah, he played well. He played in the English game well. And he's also a good left winger. He plays both wings. He plays good on the right. He plays good on the left. And I've always said that I prefer him over Neto because Neto is not that player who will cut in and score. Neto is that player who will cut in and cross. Noni is that player who will cut in and score. Yeah, Neto, I've said Neto, sometimes he has that inner Mudrik in him, which is he runs faster than he thinks. You see, with Palmer, he thinks faster than he kicks the ball. So before Palmer has already received the ball, he already knows where to pass the ball. You see, there are those types of players. I noticed Caicedo is also a good creator, but when Lavia plays, so maybe Esugo will be more defensive if they play together. I've said again about Esugo. Esugo is not going to play when Lavia, when Caicedo, Fernandez, and Andre Santos have not played. Please, 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 please. Let us please not heap a lot of pressure on the young boy. He might be a good player. I do not disagree with you. He may be a good player, but let's not just throw him into the team and expect that he's supposed to be the next Kant. So he is a good player. I do not disagree, but let's just be patient. Let's just be patient with the Sugo. Yes, I want to do this quickly. So Jackson cannot head the ball to save his life. Yeah. But he can shoulder it. Jackson can shoulder the ball into the back of the net. You know, he shouldered it in the Conference League. I lost my account on Chelsea app. Can you help me? Sorry for the interruption. I lost my account on the Chelsea app. Contact the Chelsea admin. I do not have rights to the Chelsea app. Hello, Silva Kijuli. Hello, how are you? Yes, so I want now to go towards the games that Chelsea are going to play. I just want to do this quickly before I just dip out. So the first game. So the Club World Cup is starting tomorrow. Let nobody give you any instruction. So the Club World Cup is going to start tomorrow. And something I have to tell you is that the Club World Cup is so interesting because Chelsea are going to play between two teams. There are two teams who are supposed to play. I think it is America and LAFC. Yeah. So that is the Club World Cup. Let me just get for you that fixture because I think there's something like a playoff. There's something like a playoff about the Club World Cup. And that playoff is quite interesting because it's actually indicating that there's something that is going to happen. So just a minute as I get for you Chelsea's team for the Club World Cup, because it's going to be, so here it is. I've actually gotten it. Here it is. So Chelsea versus America / LAFC. This game is going to be played on Monday. That means this team are probably playing today or something. So one of them that wins is going to play Chelsea. This one, that game we are supposed to win it. We're supposed to. Honestly speaking, we are supposed to win that game. That's an easy game to win. We can win this game actually. The Flamengo game. Wow, this is now a very good game. This one I will do a preview with Alfie. He supports this team, so I don't know how he's going to split himself up so that he can actually support Chelsea. I really don't know about that. Then we're going to have Tunis versus Chelsea. The only tough game here is the Flamengo game, and this is because of the Brazilian fans. The Brazilian fans are lively. I don't think if Chelsea fans we are so lively like that. Don't know if we are willing to take the game onto the opponent, build that fan base and be strong in that fan base and look to create problems for the opponent. That is something that I'm yet to see with Chelsea, but I am looking to see what we can actually do in that regard. Huh. As soon as so, I think we will probably proceed from the group stages. We should probably proceed from the group stages. We have 3 games. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let me just get the group. Let me just get my God. Let me just get the group stages. So I want to see the number of games. So Chelsea are in group. Chelsea are in group D. Chelsea are in group D. They are playing Estunis, Flamengo, and Lyon. Estunis, Flamengo, and Lyon. Those are Chelsea's games. So this when you look at the group stages, you expect that Chelsea are supposed to actually get through the group stages quite easily. It's not supposed to be hard. Isaac, it already know it's LA, Los Angeles, the club where Giroud plays there. It will be good to have some reconnection with Olivier. It's quite some time since we actually met some of our former players, and it will be okay. It will be okay. Yeah, so we can actually make it through the group stages. Yeah, we don't have a European team, and I don't know how. Okay, 2 teams are supposed to qualify. 2 teams are supposed to qualify from the group stages. We are a better team. We can qualify out of the group stages. If we probably can't qualify out of the group stages, if we can't qualify out of the group stages, the questions need to be asked out of Maresca. That's why I'm saying go strong, win the first 3 games. You see, you just have to play 3 games. Yeah, you have to play 3 games. Win the first 2 games. You get 6 points. You're already safe. But why am I saying we win all those 3 games? You get all those 3 wins. The Flamengo game will be difficult, but guess what? We are a better team than them. So we are supposed to win the group stages. So yeah, that is my opinion on that, and I'm really hoping to see something interesting about that. We've already looked at the squad, we've already looked at the fixtures, and we'll be looking at the match preview. The Club World Cup starts tomorrow, and we'll be looking to see the opening ceremony at the United States. Though some games are being played from my timeline, they are too late. Some games are being played too late. I don't think I'm going to watch a game that is being played at 4 o'clock. I work at night, so I will just go to bed. I will just get the results. I cannot interrupt my sleep for a football match. I'm really sorry. I cannot do that. Is Delap better than Jackson? Kindly share your view. When it comes to last season, probably he is, because he scored more goals, yet he was playing for a poor team. But that question is going to be answered on the pitch. By the end of the Club World Cup, we are going to know who's going to be our starting striker next season. I dream of Gali one. Oh. Yeah. No worries. No worries. You can come, we try some. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I want to actually go to work. So it's been a pleasure to have you with you, to have this conversation with you. We were supposed to have this conversation yesterday, but I did not. My equipment was not functioning quite well. I also saw a lot of you were in, and tomorrow I'll be looking to invite people to have their say in the live stream. I think today I did not invite you guys, but it's because of time and I have to go to work. So I will actually communicate. Tomorrow I will be free. So tomorrow we are going to have a live stream. I'm going to invite people. We're going even to do a 2-hour live stream, or probably a 3-hour live stream. So looking forward to have this conversation with you again. And the video about the 2-striker system is going to drop. The video about Isugo, the video about who's the other player? I don't remember the other player. I'm also going to do a video on him. Thank you very much again for joining us in our live stream. We really appreciate your effort in joining us and giving out your contribution to this live stream. I also appreciate those in the comment section area below. And I know the more live streams we do, we are going to have our first person to give us a super chat. We're going to start having super chats also. So thanks, guys, and see you in our next video. Bye.